Deep in the wilds of Alaska, amid snow-covered hills and evergreen forests, a ranger named Lucas one day encountered something extraordinary. A massive pregnant grizzly bear, instead of retreating to a secluded spot before giving birth as her kind typically did, kept appearing near the research center. Her behavior defied all laws of nature. She was clearly seeking human help. Lucas stood at the edge of a cliff, watching as the bear slowly approached. Her breathing was labored, her movements unsteady, and though he had studied bear habits since childhood, he had never witnessed anything like this. An animal that by all rules should have avoided humans was instead drawn to their presence. "What's wrong with you, little one?" Lucas murmured softly, crouching carefully so as not to startle her. The bear's eyes met his, reflecting exhaustion, pain, and something else he couldn't define. Realizing this was beyond the ordinary, he grabbed his radio and contacted Dr. Sofia Kowalska. "Sofia, it's Lucas. There's a bear here, pregnant, but acting strangely. Come see this." An hour later, Sofia arrived in her green pickup. The truck screeched to a halt on the snowy road, and she leapt out before the engine even stopped. Her face, usually calm and focused, now showed clear concern. "Where is she?" Sofia asked, throwing on her jacket and zipping it up quickly. Lucas pointed to the bear lying among nearby bushes. Sofia approached slowly, her movements smooth and confident. She knew animals sense emotions, and she needed to earn its trust. The bear growled faintly, but didn't move. Her enormous belly rose and fell with each deep breath. "This is odd," Sofia whispered. "She should have found a hidden spot to give birth, but she chose us." Lucas nodded, his eyes fixed on the bear. "What do you think is wrong with her?" he asked. Sofia crouched, pulling a remote temperature device from her bag. The readings made her frown. "She has a fever, possibly an infection or complication." "We have to help her," she said. Lucas rubbed his temples nervously. "But she's a wild bear. How do we do this without chaos?" he asked. "She came to us, so we have a chance," Sofia replied. She stepped closer, extending her hand with soothing gestures. Her voice was gentle, like a breeze. "Easy, little one. We're here with you." To their surprise, the bear didn't pull back. She seemed to relax slightly. Her eyes closed and her body sank into the snow. Lucas held his breath. "She trusts you," he said quietly. Sofia knelt, barely touching the frozen ground. She understood that such a chance to forge a bond between human and wild nature came once in a lifetime. "I've never seen anything like this," she whispered, gently touching the bear's fur. The animal's warm breath brushed her face, but Sofia didn't flinch. Her professional duty blended with an inner urge to assist. "We need to prepare a spot," she said, turning to Lucas. "We'll spread a blanket, bring water and tools. If she's about to give birth, time's short." Lucas nodded and dashed to the truck. His heart pounded with worry and hope. He felt the bear hadn't come to them by accident. Snow fell thicker, the wind grew stronger. Sofia stayed with the bear, speaking softly to maintain the fragile thread of trust between them. "You're strong. You'll make it," she said tenderly. The sound of an engine came from afar. Lucas was returning with supplies. At that moment, the bear let out a faint, almost human moan. Her body trembled, and Sofia realized the birth had begun. This marked the start of a story filled with mysteries, wonders, and astonishing discoveries that would reshape their understanding of nature. Snow blanketed the ground, icy wind howled, and Sofia rushed to the bear, who lay on her side, breathing heavily. She was at her limit. Lucas helped but kept his distance, aware his presence might alarm her. "She's giving birth," he said, catching his breath. Sofia stood beside her, eyes wide with amazement. She'd seen many bear cub births, but never a wild grizzly allowing a human so close at such a time. "This is incredible," she whispered. Suddenly, the bear let out a low, drawn-out growl. Her body tensed, and a tiny cub fell onto the snow, followed by a second, third, fourth, and fifth. Sophia gasped, seeing them all, helpless, shivering in the cold. Typically, bears give birth to 2, maybe 3 cubs, but this mother had delivered 5. "It's a miracle," Lucas murmured, watching the cubs wriggle in search of warmth. The mother nudged them gently with her snout, helping them reach her body to warm up. Onlookers at a safe distance were stunned. The scene resembled a documentary, a rare event, but the joy was short-lived. Suddenly, the bear tensed and roared terrifyingly, freezing everyone in place. Her breathing grew ragged, her eyes widened, and her body shook with fresh contractions. "Something's wrong," Sophia whispered, stepping forward. The bear trembled, her paws clawing the snow, muscles straining in pain. "She's not done yet," Lucas guessed. Sophia nodded, biting her lip. "This isn't normal. Something's off," she said. The mother groaned heavily, as if struggling with her last strength to finish the birth. Sophia knew that in the wild, there's no help. If a cub gets stuck or is born weak, it dies. "Should we step in?" Lucas asked, his voice shaking. Sophia took a deep breath. She knew getting too close was risky. The bear might attack to protect her young, but doing nothing could end in tragedy. Then something incredible happened. The bear grew still, her trembling stopped, her breathing evened out, and for a moment everything was quiet. Another cub dropped onto the snow, but it was different. Its fur wasn't brown, but snow-white, its eyes not dark, but a vivid blue, like Alaska's frozen lakes. Silence fell over the snowy land. Even the mother looked at it in surprise. Lucas exhaled slowly. "What is this?" His voice quivered. Sophia stepped closer, her heart racing. "Grizzlies aren't born white. It's impossible," she said. Yet there lay a living, breathing white cub. The mother bent down and took it in her paws, like the others, not rejecting it for its oddity. "We need to run tests," Sophia breathed out. "This could be—" She trailed off, at a loss for words. It was a miracle, or an unsolved mystery of nature. Time seemed to stand still. From the bear's exhausted body emerged this fragile white little one, too weak, too small. "It's premature," Sophia whispered. "It's barely breathing. Why is it white? How is this possible?" She knew scientific laws, but they didn't apply here. Lucas rubbed his face, trying to process what he saw. "Have you ever seen anything like this?" he asked. "No, never," she replied. The mother leaned over the white cub, nudging it gently with her snout, but it didn't move. "It might not survive," Sophia's voice trembled. "In nature, the weak are often abandoned, but the bear pressed it closer, shielding it from the cold." "She chose it," Lucas whispered. Sophia nodded. "It's a miracle." "Now we need to figure out what this means," she said, sensing discoveries and dangers ahead. The wind howled, but all eyes were on the white cub. Lucas spoke suddenly. "I've heard of this. My grandfather told tales of a ghost bear, a white grizzly born once in generations. It brings luck or doom." Sophia frowned. "That's folklore, it can't be real." But her words felt unconvincing even to her. The bear cared for all her cubs, making no distinction between white and brown. "What if it's a sign?" Sophia asked. Lucas gazed into the distance. A warning. The world's changing. Climate. Glaciers. Maybe this is nature's answer. The white cub barely breathed, its tiny chest rising with effort. The mother stayed by it, warming it, and the humans chose not to interfere. "We'll watch it," Sophia said. "If it worsens, we'll find a way to help." Weeks later, the bear and her cubs didn't just survive, they thrived. The white one, against all odds, grew faster than its siblings, its fur gleaming in the sun. Sophia secretly ran a test. It was a new hybrid, unknown to science. She kept quiet, deciding some mysteries belonged to nature. "We've witnessed something incredible," Lucas said, watching the family fade into the taiga. "Yes," Sophia replied softly, "and maybe we should leave it at that."